Drafting quarterbacks in the first round can be quite the risky venture for NFL teams. There have been success stories like Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger, all drafted in 2004. But then there are guys like Vince Young, a once promising starter who now sits on the bench at Tennessee, and Matt Leinart, and David Carr, first-round picks who are left holding the clipboards. On Saturday, barring a trade, it's a good bet the Detroit Lions will roll the dice and use the overall #1 pick on Georgia's strong-arm quarterback Matthew Stafford. He leads a crop of signal callers somewhat thinned out by 3 big career decisions.
The 3 guys who most pros wanted to see go pro, Colt McCoy, Tim Tebow, and Sam Bradford, all decided to stay in school. So what happens then is that Stafford, who's a pretty highly rated guy anyway, comes out as a junior. Mark Sanchez comes out as a junior. And Josh Freeman comes out of Kansas State. None of these guys are really polished yet. And that scares the pros a little bit sometimes when you have a junior coming out and it's not a Peyton Manning or Eli Manning kind of quarterback.
What could scare the Lions are thoughts of Joey Harrington, drafted 3rd overall by Detroit in 2002 and sent packing after 4 disappointing seasons. But it appears their need outweighs their fear.
I think that Stafford may wind up going #1 for Detroit only because they feel they need to have a building block at quarterback and that this guy's the best of these 3. Then again, San Francisco did the same thing with Alex Smith and turned into a mistake.
Smith was taken #1 overall in 2005 out of Utah, and because of poor play and a shoulder injury, was relegated to the bench in 2008. Wilner thinks the safer bet for the Lions come Saturday is to pass on Stafford and use the #1 pick to beef up the O-line.
The best player probably for them would be an offensive lineman. It's not a very glory-filled position, but a guy like Eugene Monroe or Jason Smith, the tackles, would be a foundation. And that might be the better place to go.
Smith was all Big 12 at Baylor last season, and Monroe anchored the left side of Virginia's line. Both are considered safe picks and would come with a much smaller price tag than the one a quarterback like Stafford could demand. John Klobuchar, The Associated Press.